study of the professional woman in a relationship. She's an expert on depression, women's issues, and attaining happiness. With all of these accomplishments, what she is most known for is giving birth to twins at the age of 60. In 2007, Dr. Birnbaum became a media sensation, and her story was featured on national television and print media, including 2020, Oprah, USA Today, and the Daily Mail. Now widely known as Dr. Frieda, she comments on trending events on regional TV and talk radio shows across the country. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Birnbaum.
Hi, so my name is Dr. Frieda Birnbaum, and you may have heard of me. I'm the oldest woman to have had twins at the age of 60. This is something that I did 9.5 years ago, so I have my son here. Josh, you want to stand up? He's one of the wonderful twins. Today, it was today at school. I really feel bad for him. But, you know, it's been an interesting ride. What can I tell you? I had somebody that came all the way from Germany, a journalist, and said to me, and I don't know if you understand Yiddish, but he says, "Wie ist du der alte Frau?" And I said, "Where's the old lady?" I said, "I guess that's me." But, you know, that reminds me that my parents were in Germany during Hitler, and they went through a lot, and they came to America with 4 children. So I always faced discrimination. I remember my parents sitting in a car, and 2 teenagers were walking by and laughed at them. I ran after them, and my heart was coming out of my body. And I said, "You stop this very minute, and you go back and you apologize." And you know, they did that, but to this day, I wonder why. I put my life at risk, and they could have knifed me. But you know, discrimination has been a part of my life, and I've always fought that against for my parents, for my career, relationship, and now with age. When I was married and a young bride, I saw that there was a divide between being a homemaker and having a career. And I did research on that, 700 women, and I found out the best balance is to have both a career and to have a family and to have a good relationship for everybody. It was very important. But developmentally, times are changing. You know, instead of middle years, it's peak years. Instead of a rocking chair, it's whitewater rafting, tennis, exercise. And you know, even retiring is changing. We're having second careers. So life is really changing. And with those second careers, we are reinventing ourselves again. So with that, I just want to tell you that every decade of your life is important. I've always worked since I was 13 years old. And my first job was taking children to camp, and I made $10 that summer, and I was ecstatic. But after that, I also had opportunities to go on a cruise to teach ballroom dancing, and my mother said no. Then I had other opportunities to go to New York from Cleveland, Ohio, and my mother said no. And one day, I was walking down the street to work in Cleveland, Ohio, and somebody offered me a job, a very famous, successful media entertainer called Michael Douglas in Cleveland, Ohio. And this time I said no. But when I got home from work, my mother called the police on me anyway, because for some reason I came home late and it was right before the Sabbath, and she was worried about me. So I always faced some kind of discrimination. And then, as I got older, I was told it's time to get married. So, at the age of 20, my mother said, "What's going to happen to you, Frieda? When are you going to get married?" I said, "Okay already." So, 22, I met my wonderful husband at a Grossinger Singles event at that time. That was the J date of my days. And we got married 3 months later. And 40 years later, he's sort of okay sometimes. But, and then when I was 30, I was told wait a minute, you're not a girl anymore, and there's something wrong with being a woman. And at 35, I did go ahead. I was accepted to Columbia University for a master's in psychology. So all along, every decade of my life, when I was 40, again, this is discrimination. I went to a drugstore, and I was told, you're over the hill on a mug. I said, But at 46, I did receive a PhD, but I did have to leave Columbia. My children needed me before that. And at 50, when I was told you're no longer a spring chicken, go figure that one out. At 53, I did deliver a beautiful baby boy. And at 60, the world told me I was old. And guess what? I delivered these wonderful twins. But you know, the media was all over me, and Newsweek quoted me as saying ageism needs to be redefined. But in my mid-60s, I reinvented myself, and I became a media personality on television and the radio across the country. I want to tell you that I was shocked, but you know, society is changing, and really, we need to catch up with the changes today and what's going on. One of my very first interviews on the radio, and today, you don't have to go to a studio. You can actually have the interview at home. So I hired a babysitter. The kids were upstairs watching television. The radio announcer called me and said to me, hello, is this Dr. Frieda? That's me, I said. All right, are you ready to go? Yes, I am, I said. And with that, the doorbell started ringing. The dog started barking. And the parents started screeching. That's all I had nothing else. But guess what? The kids, they were watching TV, they were fine. All that time I wasn't sure, should I get the doorbell? Should I keep my interview? And towards the end, he said to me, you know, you're one of the calmest people I've ever interviewed. Would you come back again? I said, absolutely. Another experience, and by the way, my kids were quiet all the time. I didn't need the babysitter, everything would have been fine. Another experience was on television. All right, I remembered it by heart. Black Lives Matter. Don't shoot to kill, shoot to stop. It's dangerous to be a black man in America. I mean, I remembered everything. I was ready to go. I got there. Makeup? Sure. They put red lipstick on me, red rouge, black eyebrows. Don't ask. Made my hair flat, it's thin as it is, but okay. They did it. I looked like a clown, but I was ready to go. I had the answers. I get on, they say lights, cameras, question. All right, the question was, are you ready to speak about North Korea? Absolutely, I said. And that was some of my experiences in the beginning in the media. But you know, I would like you women to know that your dreams can come true. Look at me at my age. When I was 17 and that man spoke to me on the street, guess what? I'm living what I wanted to live at that time. So I'm telling you, I would like you to speak to somebody. If you don't know somebody next to you, but if you do, I see the way you're seated, the people you know, and just say to each other, take a minute or two, what your dream would be. And after that, I would like to have some of you speak about it. So go ahead, speak amongst yourself for about a minute or two. Thank you.